Across vast fields stretching to the horizon, modern agriculture operates with second-by-second precision. Billions of tons of produce are harvested each year thanks to mechanized systems and intelligent automation, from harvesters and conveyor belts to sorting and packaging equipment. Every stage is meticulously programmed to maximize output, minimize losses, and optimize product quality. As a result, an abundant and continuous supply of food is delivered to meet the needs of billions of people around the world. However, modern technology cannot replace the entire agricultural process. In specialized areas, orchards, or smaller fields, human involvement remains essential for tasks that require experience and finesse, things machines have yet to fully replicate. Determining the exact ripening point, selecting only the highest quality crops, or adjusting techniques to suit specific soils and plant varieties still rely on the expertise of farmers. This harmony between technological power and human knowledge forms an agricultural system where each step is both efficient and capable of ensuring premium quality products. The 21st century has shown that agriculture is no longer a battle between humans and machines. Instead, they work together, complementing one another and creating a complete value chain from the field to the table. This is the picture of modern agriculture, where productivity, quality, and sustainability coexist, reflecting both advanced technological innovation and the practical wisdom of people who cultivate life on Earth. The plains of Turkey enjoy a dry, warm climate with abundant sunlight, ideal conditions for cultivating apricot orchards. The trees are planted in straight, orderly rows with enough spacing between them to ensure proper canopy and fruit development. When harvest season arrives, farmers determine the perfect ripeness by assessing the fruit's softness, its uniform golden-orange color, and its peak moisture content. The harvesting process begins with workers spreading large tarps around the base of each tree. They then use branch-shaking tools or manually shake the limbs to let the apricots fall onto the tarps. All fallen fruit is collected immediately to avoid prolonged contact with the ground, which could lead to damage. The apricots are then transferred into large bins and loaded onto trucks for transport to the processing facility. At the factory, the apricots are placed on a conveyor belt for washing. High-pressure spray nozzles remove dust, debris, and any surface impurities. After washing, the fruit moves through a sorting line where it is classified by size. Automated systems group the apricots into categories, large, medium, and small, to ensure consistency for subsequent processing steps. Workers perform an additional manual inspection to remove any damaged, cracked, or substandard fruit. Only high-quality apricots continue to the next processing stages, which may include controlled temperature drying, pitting, or juicing for apricot nectar products. Every step is carefully monitored to preserve freshness, flavor, and nutritional value. Once processing is complete, the products are packed into internationally certified containers with full labeling, including origin and expiration details. The finished cartons are stacked on pallets and moved to distribution warehouses, ready for export to markets across Europe and the Middle East. Throughout the entire workflow, from harvesting and transport to washing, sorting, and processing, every stage is tightly controlled to maximize productivity and product quality while minimizing spoilage and loss. The combination of advanced machinery and skilled labor ensures that the apricots delivered to consumers meet the highest standards. Pomegranate orchards in Spain are planted in straight, orderly rows with enough spacing between trees to allow the canopy and fruit to develop optimally. The harvest season begins when the fruit reaches perfect ripeness, dark red skin, full, round shape, and just the right firmness. Farmers use specialized pruning shears to cut each pomegranate from the branch, avoiding any tear in the skin, as pomegranates are delicate and easily damaged. Once harvested, the fruit is placed into padded containers and transported to the processing facility. At the factory, the pomegranates undergo a multi-stage cleaning process. First, they are rinsed with cold water to remove dust and debris. Next, an air bubbling system dislodges any remaining impurities on the skin. After cleaning, the fruit moves through a sorting system equipped with color-sensing cameras that evaluate uniformity in color and size. Any fruit that fails to meet the standard is removed to ensure consistency for export and further processing. For pomegranates intended for juice production, the process begins with a high-precision slicing machine that cuts each fruit cleanly in half. This technology allows for accurate cutting while minimizing seed damage. The arils are then separated using a specialized rubberized system designed to keep the seeds intact, prevent internal breakage, and reduce juice loss. Once extracted, the pomegranate juice undergoes mild heat treatment to preserve its nutrients and natural flavor. It is then bottled in glass containers, labeled, pressure-checked, and inspected to ensure food safety and hygiene. The finished bottles are packed into cartons, organized by batch, and prepared for export to European markets. Every stage, from harvesting, transport, washing, and sorting to processing and packaging, is closely monitored to optimize productivity and maintain quality. The combination of advanced technology and skilled manual techniques ensures that Spanish pomegranates reach consumers in their best condition while meeting international standards for safety and hygiene. England has a temperate climate with short summers and low average temperatures, creating ideal conditions for black currants to grow. The farms are arranged in evenly spaced rows to make care and harvesting more convenient. The planting density and canopy height are controlled to optimize light and airflow, helping the berries ripen uniformly. The harvest season usually begins in the middle of summer, when the berries reach their technical ripeness, meaning their skins have turned a deep black, their sugar levels have stabilized, and their flavor has fully developed. Before harvesting, the farms conduct sample checks to assess berry quality, firmness, sweetness, and potential damage caused by pests. The harvesting process in England is almost entirely mechanized. Specialized harvesters move along each row. The vibrating bars are adjusted to the proper frequency so the berries separate from the branches without damaging the plants. The berries fall into collection trays on both sides and are continuously carried by conveyor belts into large storage bins. This method saves time and reduces direct hand contact, lowering the risk of contamination. After collection, the black currants are transported to the processing facility as quickly as possible to prevent natural fermentation. At the facility, the berries go through a multi-stage cleaning system. The first step is rinsing with cold water at moderate pressure to remove soil and sand. Next is an air-blowing chamber that helps separate leaves, small twigs, and light debris. For fresh products intended for export, the berries are moved into a rapid cooling area. The temperature is lowered to the standard level to maintain firmness, reduce moisture loss, and preserve their color. After cooling, the black currants are sorted according to size and skin integrity. Only berries that meet the standards are packed into trays or boxes with controlled humidity. A portion of the harvest is transferred to the juice and jam production line. Before crushing, the berries undergo a final inspection to remove any that are bruised or do not meet quality requirements. The crushing process takes place in a temperature-controlled environment to preserve the flavor and slow down oxidation. The crushed mixture is either filtered or kept with pulp depending on the production purpose. After cooking or sterilizing, the juice and jam are filled into bottles, glass jars, or large industrial containers. Each batch is recorded with information on acidity, color, viscosity, and microbiological standards to ensure the final product meets all requirements before being distributed to the market. Paraguay has large areas dedicated to cultivating chia seeds, mainly concentrated in high, open regions with plenty of airflow. The soil is thoroughly loosened, drains well, and is rarely waterlogged. Chia plants are sown at an appropriate density to reduce competition for nutrients and to make harvesting more efficient. Throughout the growing period, farmers control moisture levels and monitor pests to ensure the plants develop uniformly. When the plants reach their final stage, the entire stem dries, and the purple flower heads containing the seeds begin to harden, marking the standard harvest time. Harvesting is primarily carried out using combine cutters. The machines move along the rows, cutting the entire upper portion of the plants and collecting the seed-bearing flower heads into the separation chamber. Inside the machine, a system of vibrating screens and air blowers help separate the seeds from the flowers during operation. Thanks to the specialized equipment, seed loss is minimized and productivity remains stable. When the chamber is full, the chia seeds are discharged directly into the container of large trucks and transported to the processing facility as quickly as possible to prevent them from absorbing moisture from the environment. At the facility, the raw material is poured onto a multi-stage cleaning line. The first step is coarse screening to remove large impurities such as dry leaves and stems. After that, the seeds pass through a fine screening system to remove dust, sand, empty seeds, and smaller particles. After screening, the chia seeds are transferred to an air-drying machine operating at low temperatures. The temperature is strictly controlled to preserve the omega-3 content, fiber, and natural nutrients. The drying time is calculated based on the initial moisture level of the seeds, ensuring the final product reaches export standard dryness without reducing quality. Once completed, the seeds are inspected again for cleanliness, moisture level, and seed size. The finished product is then packaged in internationally certified moisture-resistant packaging to protect quality during transportation. The final batches are sealed and distributed to markets in Europe, the United States, and many other countries. Chile has a mild climate, abundant sunlight, and a temperature range well suited for the development of many commercial plum varieties. Plum orchards are arranged in straight, evenly spaced rows to make care and harvesting more efficient. Before the harvest season, farmers check ripeness based on the fruit's skin color, firmness, and sugar levels. When the fruit reaches its technical ripeness, workers begin harvesting. They spread a large tarp under the tree and use specialized vibrating tools to shake the trunk or branches so the plums fall onto the tarp. This method helps reduce bruising compared to picking by hand. The plums are then gathered and placed into ventilated plastic bins. Specialized trucks transport the plums to the processing facility on the same day to maintain freshness and reduce post-harvest losses. At the facility, the plums go through a cold water washing system to remove soil, small leaves, and impurities. After washing, the fruit moves onto a sorting conveyor where it is separated based on size, uniformity, and skin condition. Large, firm plums with minimal imperfections are selected for fresh export. They are rapidly cooled and packed in an environment with controlled temperature and humidity. Plums that are smaller or do not meet export standards are transferred to the dried plum production line. The process begins with a second washing stage to ensure complete cleanliness. Next is blanching in hot water to break the skin structure, allowing the drying process to occur more evenly. After blanching, the plums are placed into a multi-layer drying system where the temperature is adjusted in stages to maintain softness and prevent the surface from hardening. The drying time is calculated based on the fruit's current moisture level and the target final moisture content required by international standards. Once the desired dryness is achieved, the plums are moved to a cooling area to stabilize their texture. Finally, the product is checked again for softness, color, and flavor before being packaged in moisture-resistant bags or boxes. The finished batches are sealed and prepared for export. In the northern states of the United States, peas are grown at high density on flat fields to support full mechanization. Before the harvest season, farmers check maturity based on the size of the peas, the firmness of the pods, and the dry matter ratio. When the peas reach their technical ripeness but still maintain the proper softness for frozen food processing, harvesting begins immediately to prevent the peas from aging and losing quality. The harvesting process uses specialized pea harvesters. The machines move along each row, cutting the entire plant close to the ground. The feeding system moves the plants into the separation chamber, where a combination of rollers and gentle vibration separates the peas from the pods. Once separated, the peas fall onto a conveyor belt and are carried into the storage compartment. The stems, leaves, and plant debris are expelled back onto the field. To maintain freshness, the storage compartments of trucks or trailers are equipped with active cooling systems or lined with dry ice. The peas are transported to the processing facility as quickly as possible to limit natural respiration and preserve their color. At the facility, the peas are poured onto the cleaning line. The first step is rinsing with cold water at moderate pressure to remove soil, sand, and plant debris. After that, the peas move through an inspection conveyor where damaged peas, discolored peas, and those that do not meet size standards are removed. Next is the quick blanching process. The peas are placed into hot water at a carefully controlled temperature for a short period. This step deactivates enzymes that cause discoloration and helps preserve the structure of the peas. Immediately afterward, the peas are transferred to a rapid cooling system using cold water or cold air to stop the blanching process and stabilize quality. After cooling, the peas are drained and moved to the rapid freezing line. Inside the freezing chamber, high-velocity cold air helps freeze the peas individually so they do not clump together. When they reach the required core temperature, the peas are packaged in specialized moisture-resistant packaging designed to maintain quality during long-term storage. The batches are then placed in cold storage warehouses at stable temperatures before being distributed to supermarket chains and food manufacturers throughout the United States. From the gentle valleys of Turkey to the sunlit fields of the United States, the journey of every agricultural product reveals how this world operates through the harmony between labor and knowledge. Every process of planting, tending, harvesting, or processing not only creates food, but also reflects humanity's responsibility toward the land and toward its own future. Modern agriculture is no longer the story of a single nation. It is a global picture in which every seed, every drop of sweat, and every piece of technology proves that people can create sustainable value together when they respect resources and labor. Looking at these achievements, each of us can draw one conclusion. Every effort begins with something very small, just like a seed quietly sprouting beneath the moist soil. What matters is not starting with something grand, but starting the right way and pursuing it to the end. Therefore, whether you work in agriculture, business, or any other field, ask yourself each day, what am I truly planting for the future? Am I taking care of it seriously enough? Am I persistent enough to see my own harvest season? Take action today. Work a little harder. Be a little more disciplined. Value authenticity a little more. Because the greatest harvests are not found out in the fields, but within the journey of each person's growth.